Well, I'm here at my doctor's appointment, and I'm here about 10 minutes early, so I'm gonna go in and see what's going on. It's been snowy today. See, the drive-in was a little bit on the snowy side. Roads were pretty much clear, just a little slushy spots here and there, but very minor slushy. But kids are home from school today. Yeah, no school. Can you believe it? And there's like maybe 2 inches or less of snow in our area anyway, but supposedly it's worse north and east of Marion County. But I'm here. Let's go get this appointment over with. Okay, I went in to the doctor's office, and after signing in, they took my CD that I brought in. Even though it was unreadable, according to them, they couldn't read anything that was on it. So I don't know if the other doctor's office gave me a blank CD for my the one. It was supposed to have X-rays that I had done back in January, but I had to fill out some papers, of course, and I went back and waited in the waiting room for about 20 minutes or so. But finally, a doctor came in, and we talked a little bit. I told him that I was a runner, and I wanted to get back into running. I came there so that they can figure out what's causing my pain in my left side or in my groin area. And he said that he would do what they needed to do in order to get me running again. So I was very confident with that. I liked hearing that statement from him. He had me to stand up, and he checked my reflexes. Well, as I was sitting, he checked my reflexes in my knees. He asked me to stand up, and I pushed with my feet on his hands, and he held my knees and pushed on my knees. He's trying to figure out, I think he was trying to get a sense of strength in both of my legs. And he had me lay on my stomach, and he did some manipulations with each leg, and then I laid on my back, and he did some manipulations. He would put my legs in certain positions, and he would tell me to either push toward him or push toward me, toward my chest. And after a few different things he had me to do, he thinks that my problem is with my hip. He thinks that because of the kind of running that I do, since I do a lot of I've been doing mostly just running for distance, and he thinks that that's what's pounding and wearing on my left hip. So that's where he wants to focus, on my left hip. And he checked me for hernias. He said he didn't see any evidence of hernias. I told him that the other doctor had checked me for hernias too, and they didn't feel anything like that. But he said there's no femoral hernia. And I didn't specifically ask him about sports hernia, but he didn't mention that. And he also took a look at my shoes, and he could tell by the wear on my right shoe was different than the wear on my left shoe. And he could tell that on my right shoe, it had more wear than the left shoe did. And he thinks that I'm not landing the same way on my left as I should be. And that's what's causing me to have the wear and the pain on my hip. But one thing he did say was that he needed, he says that I need to get more lean. And by that, he kept apologizing. He didn't want to offend me or disrespect me by saying that I need to be more lean. And he said that he thinks I'm a fit guy. I'm in good shape. He can tell by looking at me. I had to take I wore my running pants with shorts underneath, and he had me take off my pants, my shirt, and my socks and shoes, of course, so that he did a full exam with all those with all those exercises that he had me to do. And like I said, he checked me for hernias. But he kept apologizing for every time he would move me and I would have some pain. He knew where the pain was going to be, right there in where my hip and my lower abdomen meet. and he would apologize every time that I told him that I felt some pain, and then he would apologize for every time when he would say something, I guess, negative, saying that I wasn't fit or I wasn't fit enough or thin enough. He was just saying, not that I'm not thin enough or fit enough, but that's what's going to help me with relieving the pain. And he said that he wants me to. He said he would put me on a routine that would get me back to running, and that it would make me more fit. Because he said when you just go run for distance, he says you don't look as fit as you are, and he thinks that I should do more speed work, which is of course it's running fast for a certain amount of time and then recovering and then running fast again. He said maybe a quarter mile running and then running as fast as I can, and then a few 100 yards of recovery, or a certain amount of time recovering. So he thinks that he can get me in a routine like that. We're going to do rehab, and we're going to do the routine he's going to put me through. He said he'll have me back to running the way I want to go. So I was happy to hear that. I was glad to hear that. And the next step that we're going to do for him is an MRI. So I have an MRI scheduled for about 3 weeks, and he said that that I could still continue to do my walking as my exercise, and I guess as long as I'm not feeling any pain, then I can still do what I'm doing. And I think for myself, since I can't run as much as I have done in the past, or I would want to, I'm going to start doing more upper body strengthening. I'm going to start hitting the weights in the gym, or even doing some body weight exercises that I used to do, but I stopped doing those as much as I want to. I just haven't done them in a while. But I think waiting until I get the MRI, until he'll have a definite idea of what's going on with the hip, to know what kind of wear or damage that might be, and he'll know more about what kind of therapy or routine that I need to do in order to get myself where I can run again. And I had to get another x-ray today because the other place the disc was empty, it was blank, so at least their office couldn't read it. And I got another set of x-rays done at this office today, so he'll get to see those, and because he said he could see on the x-ray what kind of damage would be present on the hip itself. But that's really what happened today, and I'm going to continue to walk. I'll do my walking at work, and then I'll do some walking here, or either around the house, up and down the road here, or up in Mannington, just to get some fitness, get some activity in. And if I feel like it, maybe I'll do a little bit of running. And I'm going to look online to see if I can get some maybe hip stretching type exercises that I can do, because he didn't give me anything to do. He just told me that we're going to do the MRI, then he'll know where to go after that. But hopefully, after the MRI, we can get started on some treatments, some therapies or whatever, and then get me back to running. I do call myself WV Running Dawn, so I'm going to get back to the running instead of just WV Walking Dawn. I'm not going to change my channel name again, because you can only do channel names every so often. So
3 every 90
I'll get myself running or walking and get out and do things. Got to start eating better. I mentioned about gaining weight these past couple months, so now I need to start eating better, getting more activity, being more conscious of what I'm eating and when I'm eating. But I'll work on that, and I'll keep you guys updated on what's going on there. But thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Put in the comments if you have any ideas on what I could do as far as weights, or training, stretching, or not say diets, but eating better. Okay? So thanks for watching, guys.